Hey guys, this is Matt from Broad's Auto Service. Today I have a 1987 Ford F-250 with a hydraulic clutch. Just installed new slave cylinder and master cylinder. We're using the old line. There was nothing wrong with it. I'm here to show you a good way I come up with here to bleed the hydraulic components here, get all the air out of it, because you could spend hours on this thing like I have and never get all the air out of it. And if you're doing it for yourself, this is a good trick. Or if you're doing it for somebody else, realistically, if it takes you 5 hours to bleed this thing, you can't charge a customer 5 hours to bleed the clutch. So this will save you a lot of time and money in the long run. So what I did, since I had the old master cylinder, you will need a spare cap. I drilled a hole in the vent hole where it is from factory in the cap, and then I put a small brake bleeder in. You could put any size you want in. This was a 3/16 hole, and that is a very tiny brake bleeder screw, but you're going to want something big enough that your tool here will fit. I'll get to that in a second. Second thing you're going to have to do is this diaphragm here. This is your gasket to seal the lid, so you will need the old one of these also. And I cut the, I guess you'd call it, the little bag off the bottom there, just so I had a gasket here to seal this lid. The next thing you're going to need, you can probably use a hand vacuum pump if you'd like. This will definitely work a lot better. Just a brake bleeder kit from Harbor Freight. There's the part number. It's very cheap. I don't remember what I paid for it. It was probably less than $30. So you're going to hook your air hose to this. Obviously put your cap on, your gasket. Install this on the bleeder screw. Just before that, you're going to want to keep your fluid about 1 inch from the top. When it pulls a vacuum, it will pull on just the air above the fluid, and it is not so full that it's sucking the fluid out of the reservoir. Not that big of a deal. I'm sure it'll level out after it sucked out a little fluid anyway. So what I did then, put your cap on, install this end over the bleeder, which has a hose running to this. This pushes air over the reservoir, pulls a vacuum, probably a good 20 inches of vacuum, and then you can lock the trigger on. I did that and just walked away, come back 5 minutes later. When I first started, you could literally hear it pulling the air out of the line, and I had already tried. I actually submerged the slave cylinder and the master cylinder both completely in a container of brake fluid and pumped them to get most of the air out already. But I don't think that really helped me a whole awful lot. And I gravity bled the line there with at least a couple reservoirs of fluid. Pedal was still just as bad as when the truck showed up. So what I did, while I waited the 5 minutes, I pumped the pedal 25 times, pushed it down real slow, pulled it back out real slow, just messed with it, walked around another 5 minutes, come back, unhooked everything, put the original cap on, original diaphragm there, and tested the pedal, and it was like brand new, good to go. So that is all you need, and I hope it helps somebody out. Any questions, leave a comment, and I will try to get back to you. Thanks.